People that don't think money is important have never been truly broke. I'm not talking about people that live poor for a bit but their family helped them. I'm talking you had your water turned off, car broke down and had to walk to work kind of broke. I'd rather be rich and miserable than poor and miserable. I work in a smallish business setting. My team has 8 people on it. It's very clear that many of them have had access to money for a long time. And by that, I mean disposable income. Waste this kind of money. The amount of times I've heard money doesn't solve everything makes me pissed. Like guys, there are very few problems that money could not solve or significantly help me with. Definitely. Money is stability. Money is security. It's not our fault the world was made this way. Money isn't everything but not having it is. Kanye West. It usually isn't you don't need money, but more increasing money past a certain point doesn't provide increasing happiness. Everyone needs basic needs met, e.g., housing, food, and other essentials, but past a certain point there is diminishing returns on higher income. The people who tell you money doesn't buy happiness don't want you to have any. Yeah, money would solve quite a few of my issues. A lot of people really have never been broke and have always had some type of financial support system. Yep, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion on Reddit. But you're right, a person can't feel truly happy without some security, and in today's society money is what provides that security. Money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can take the stress away from worry about bills or grocery shopping or having reliable transportation or going to the doctor. Pretty much all the basic necessities that society has moneyized. I've been so broke before that I didn't have food, so the solution was to just not eat. I've been so broke before that I walked miles next to the highway after hours of bus riding to get to my shitty job at Starbucks, where everyone treated me like trash and made me clean the bathrooms. I've also had enough money at my disposal to comfortably buy myself nice makeup and nice conditioner and new shoes. Money is important when our system forces it to be important. Otherwise, it's legitimately just a paper IOU from the government. Money is like toilet paper. Having a lot won't make you happy, but you don't want to run out. Oh hi, it's me. My diet is primarily unseasoned rice right now. Most Americans, especially those on the internet, have no idea what being broke really is. I can tell by what people say if they truly have been broke. It's nothing to be proud of, but surviving and getting out of that is what really matters. I've been homeless and I do not consider money important. I consider it a necessary evil. Money won't buy you happiness. No, but it'll keep the heat on in the winter and that makes me happy. Money may not buy happiness, but it can prevent a lot of anxiety. I grew up rich, then lived poor, rich, and poor again as an adult. I agree with everything you said. I think that both rich and poor people and everyone in between can appreciate the value of money. I think that the people who don't think money is important are probably living off of somebody else. Money is definitely important, but like many things in life it's more important the less of it you have. 0 to 50k? Night and day, 500k to 550k? Not insignificant, but not life-changing either. It becomes even less pronounced when you start talking about things like generational wealth. Conversely, the people that only care about money have never had a really good paying job to see the other side of the coin. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, on the cusp of being homeless as well as having a job making 2k a day, and I can assure you, while having money is great, it complicates things far more than you expected it would. Not being poor is truly important. Never met anyone who doesn't think money isn't important. Money isn't everything is very popular to say, but isn't the same thing. This is not an unpopular opinion. Money doesn't lead to happiness, but it certainly alleviates the everyday worries of basic survival. It won't make you happy to not have to look at the price when you go grocery shopping, but it feels much better than having to check the price down to the cents to see what you can afford. Money is important in the current system we are forced to exist in. When people say money isn't important, it's because it's clear to see there is nothing different between you, a billionaire, and me. The reason you are told to believe money is important is because of a small group of people who hoard it, and tell you that if you want to be successful you need to have it just like them. That's not true. 100. Money actually isn't important, it's just forced to be important. The most important is actually health, the time you have left on this rock. When people say money isn't important, I think it's often meant in the context outside of poverty. I like having a choice of food and water and living in a building. Toilet paper, medicine, deodorant, pads. Like money is a part of life, for better or worse. This is indeed an unpopular opinion, upvoted. You can think money is unimportant while understanding that you need X amount of it to effectively survive in your area. Understanding necessity and devoting your life to monetary profit and material accumulation are very different things. There's a fine line between acknowledging money is important, understanding fiscal responsibility, and living within your means, and being a toxic, ultra-realist person who can't hold a conversation about any topics besides your job, schoolwork, chores, and money. If someone complains you are talking too much about money, you've probably become the latter and don't realize it. I don't think anybody says money is not important. They say it doesn't make you happy. I never heard anyone say that money isn't important. I heard people say that money doesn't bring you happiness. And I agree. But I never heard anyone say that money isn't important. I've been poor, and I've not been rich, but upper middle class. It's nice to be out of debt, but unless buying things makes you really happy didn't really make me happier or less happy. Just one less thing to think of in the back of your mind. So it probably doesn't make one happy, but it does take away areas of stress. Or maybe they have, and they realize money isn't everything and recognize that it's the root of most crimes, murders, and divorce, etc. It's only money until you're sleeping in your car and fishing dinner out of the dumpster of a KFC after they close. Money isn't important to those who have never gone without, and it's literally everything to those who have never been able to make ends meet. Whoever said money can't buy happiness simply didn't know where to go shopping. Gertrude Stein. People only get half the idea. Excess money is not important. Surveys show that once the basic needs of life are met, more money doesn't equal more happiness. And this is the point. That first amount of money is almost literally life and death, and beyond that it doesn't matter. Hold on. Check subreddit really? Money can't buy you happiness, being broke can't buy you anything. Although I would argue money certainly can buy happiness LMAO. Money happy life. Yes. This is a fact. It is not up for debate. Jesus, spirituality, all that pales when you think of what money can do for you in an urban setting. 10,000. Grew up rather wealthy in a family that backs each other up. Having money means that currently being unemployed for 2 months and looking for work is more of a vacation. Likely got a job this morning. The one thing money gives is options. I don't need to apply to jobs I don't want to do. I can reject jobs easily. I can take my time until I find something I like. I don't care for buying stuff a lot. I'm a cheapskate. Zero interest in big cars or houses. But simply never having to worry about not having enough money to be comfortable is life on easy mode. My in-laws don't think money matters as much. But they also don't have to deal with the housing market like we do. They accuse me of being cheap because I don't want private school for my kid.